Hello and welcome back to UK Tool Talk. Amazingly, I'm actually going to do a tool review today. A proper tool review rather than all the other silly stuff. So just to prove you good folk that I can do a tool review, this is what we're going to do. It's under here. Now if you're wondering why it's under here, this is that insulation stuff with like a layer of space age stuff and a bit of, looks like felt. And we're insulating the studio. So if my missus will just turn the camera around, you can see we've stapled it up there. So that's a clue. Mrs. turn the camera around. We need a stapler. So I did a little bit of research and I thought, I'll get a Makita stapler. That'll be good. I've used with me LXT batteries. Christ, they're expensive. Bloody hell, I think they're nearly 200 quid. I think they're a little bit of a rare item. Made by Makita and they ramped the price up. So anyway, my missus is on the RYOBI platform. So we bought this. So this is the RYOBI crown stapler. And the serial number is R18ST50. So my missus is already on the RYOBI platform. So she's got like a drill and a jigsaw and a couple other bits and bobs. So it made sense to get a RYOBI version. So with this job coming up, or we're doing it with the installation of the studio, and my missus is on the platform and she could use this when she does a craft stuff and a work, so it'll be like a double doer. Am I gonna take this to work? Ooh, in the hours of darkness? Oh, I can't get used to that fucking green. It's just, I don't know. There's so I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. If you've seen a really early video of me, RYOBI video of mine, you'll know what I mean. But anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to do a close-up review of this, and then we're going to do some testing and see if it's any good. So, right then, let's have a close-up of this crown stapler by RYOBI. I might even take the fucker to bits. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. It might be sprunging everywhere if I do that. But yes, so, is it light? I'll put on the screen how much they claim it weighs, but it's not light and it's not heavy. And it's quite, honestly, it's a little bit balance heavy on this bit. With obviously this is where the motor, the business end is, so it's a little bit sort of, yeah, but it's not too bad. You know, you wouldn't want to be, if you're doing it all day, maybe it might be an issue. It's got the usual sick green clamshell there, and it's got like a grey TPE overmoulding. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for this overmoulding. Oh God, am I turning to the dark side or what? Am I turning to the TTI dark side? No, never. But anyway, I don't like it. Like, it's textured that on that bit, then it's extra textured where your hands are. And some people don't like that bump there, right? I like it. I like it a lot. Bloody hell, this isn't a Jim Carrey movie. Anyway, so it's got another bumper there and one there. You'd have thought that would have made that one stick out the same as that one. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste. That one's a bit of a fucking waste of time. Anyway, it's got a bit of TP on that bit. Why? I don't know. And then this end bit, where you adjust the depth of the crown staples you're putting in, yeah, that's got a lovely knob. Oh, it's got a lovely knob. God, how British, fucking hell, how British am I? Bloody hell, born and bred. So yeah, this is the adjustment you can do to, if you don't want the crown staples to go in so far, you put it on minimum. And you can staple sort of cables and stuff, or all sorts of bits and bobs when you need to do that. So that's on the minimum, and then just take a little bit of cranking, and then you max it out like that. Now I'd have thought, right, I know you could say a tradie's not going to use this, but he could do. I'd have just put a little bit of a higher recess, to have that recess more and have a little bit of a higher bit there on the overmoulding so that didn't get scratched up. But what the fuck do I know? So this head bit's good. You can take the whole thing off, he says. You can take the whole thing. Fucking Jesus. Yeah. You can take the whole fucking thing off eventually. You can take the fucking head. I've done it. You can you can take the head off quite easily, and then you can have it so it doesn't mar anything like that. Or you can put this one in, it'll just hold stuff. So in a minute, when I use it for putting in some insulation up against the roof, I use that one to grab it. And this one is you can put it over like a cable or something, or a rope or something, like that. And that clips off, really, honestly, I'm not fucking with you. It clips off quite easy. Look, I've put it back dead easy. Do you know what I mean? I've put it in the wrong place, but do you know what I mean? So, and just need to move. It's got 2 holes there, you see. You can have it on 2 settings like that. There, it's on. Where you put your crown staples in, that's quite good. It's all metal on the rails like that. So then, yeah, your staples just pop in like that, and then push this bit in. You can see it sort of clicks. You don't need to press the thing in. It just locates like that. And then obviously when they run out, you'll just dry fire, and then that'll be it. That'll be that. Now the thing that kind of fires it, that plastic bit, I was a bit, honestly, that's the one thing of concern for me there. If you had it on, kind of took this off and had it with the metal bit off altogether, I think that that could snap off. If that snaps off, you're in a lot of bother. But yeah, the design's pretty good. It's quite ergonomic. Quite like it. It's only got a 2 amp battery on. I think that actually helps because the 4 ones are really big. Do you know what I mean? So this 2 amp battery just suits it. Just suits it. What else have I got to tell you about it? I think we're done. I think we're... Oh, bloody hell. All that waffling. And I think we can do some testing. So let's get on to the testing part of the TV programme. Right then, let's do a little bit of testing. I've got some 14mm staples in there, about half a run of them. So what we're going to do first, we'll just fire one. We'll just fire one in. I've already gone through this, so at the moment we'll put it on the mid. Wait till you hear this. Oh my god, I love this stapler. The noise it makes. It doesn't make it like a dee or a doo. It makes a boom. Just come in here a little bit closer. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. That is fucking serious. I mean, it's put like a 14mm staple right in, and that's on like the middle. If I wind it right back, really back, what that does is kind of like makes the spring less taut, and it's nearly all the way in there. We'll try and put it through a bit of this knot. So, when we were doing this job, actually when we did the installation on this, we used half of it just to make it last longer. So it's good. Oh my god, it could be a good 4mm in there. Will it do it? Yeah. If you were putting up this insulation onto rafters or beams or something, as long as you get a good press on it, you know, you have to pull it in a little bit. Let's say you were going into oak. This is a bit of a leftover from when we did a worktop in the kitchen. So this is then blocks of oak, and we'll see if it can drive into this. We'll see, leave it on minimum, so it's come in a little bit. We'll see how it does on minimum into oak. Yeah, it's quite proud, that. We'll get it cranked up. Back a bit there. We'll try that now. God, yeah. We'll try this. We'll put these two together like that. We'll see if it'll do that. God, I'm not messing. That is really, really good. Now, what I said about the head before, about you can take this bit off, this metal bit, and then you can have it with none, or just these 3 pins. You can turn it round, like I said in the description, and you put that on there, and let's say you've got a little bit of you said, where's that going? Let's say you had a little bit, pretend that's a bit of cable, an earbud, whatever thing. So this little round bit there goes over the top of it, and if you want to do something like that, you can. We'll just turn that over. We'll do a last test, and I'll tell you if it's rubbish Oh, rad. But let's pretend, right, let's pretend. Listen, this is like the finest velvet. The finest velvet. And you're, it's mid-18th century and you're building a chair for Queen Louis the 14th, right? He likes to do this Queen Louis the 14th. So you're a cabinet maker and you have to fasten this onto some, this is a chair, leg chair of a leg. So here we go. So, well, yeah, but Queen Louis's not going to be ragging his chair about. So, if it was put a few in, that's good. That's really good. Well, yeah, I can pull them out, obviously. And I'm not going to get bloody taken to the guillotine by King Louis or whatever from France, but it's done a bloody good job. Now, who'd have thought it, right? Who'd have thought it, me with a RYOBI tool saying it's really good? Now, obviously, there is a drawback. I'd love to have the RYOBI one and the Makita one and the Milwaukee one and the DeWalt one all lined up and we could have a real go and I could tell you which is the best. But I can't fucking afford it, so I definitely couldn't afford the Makita version of this, which was nearly 200 quid. Things of interest, the Makita one, it won't even drive in 14mm crown staples. It'll only do 10mm, the Makita one. So this will do from quarter to 9/16, or 6.33mm to 14.3mm crown staples. So bloody hell. And then the Makita one and the Milwaukee one, and they're all into way over 150 quid, body only. And I got this for, this was a refurbed one actually, so I got this one for about 60 quid, but they hover around 70 quid battery only. But I mean, if you were a tradie and you want, what's up?
Battery only?
No, that doesn't sound right, does it?
Oh.
Okay. Where was I? Which bit was on?
You're waffling on about the price.
Oh yeah. Right, okay. So if you're a tradie and you do insulation or you're putting on underfelt or whatever, and you're on the Makita platform, just bang one of them sort of adapter things in. And rather than paying, I think it's ridiculous, £200 for a Makita staple gun, and there's none of them on eBay for second hand. I've not seen any, but there's a few of these knocking about. Like I said, I paid about £60. This is a reconditioned one, so they go for about £70 brand new in the UK. But I've seen a few for 50. Usually one for 50 on eBay. So, God, you know, bang a Makita battery in it. So, I know you're all waiting. Am I going to say whether this is rubbish or rad? Well, I'm going to say it's rad all day long. I know I haven't tested it against all its competitors or whatever, but it does a fucking amazing job. It's really powerful. It's not really for little fine work, because it's even if you have it on the minimum setting, it's a monster. And yeah, I've only got like a 2 amp battery on it. I think this will do bloody work all day long. So there's my proper review of a RYOBI tool. Not a Makita tool, but nevertheless a RYOBI tool that is rad. And I mean that. I mean, I've given this, if you kind of have any issues about this, come back to me, because I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a good tool. And it's getting the installation done in the studio. Okay, I'll see you next time on UK Tool Talk.